welcome you again now in person versus rather being on the phone with you, which was really cool. So she had to pull over to talk to her. Little did she know I had the former teachers of the year in my office or in my conference room at the same time. But it gives me great pleasure to announce Miss Ashley Barnett, Lake Marion High School's 2016. The baton officially, let me just say, a Lake Mary grad, someone who absolutely bleeds her school's colors, a UCF grad, hired in 2009 by Mr. Yurichko, the best hire he ever made. Still today, the best hire he's ever made, and I'll let him know that when I call him later. Teaching world history when she first got here, American history, everything in between, but between world and American, now in AP and in honors American history. This is someone who's passionate about what she does. And it's very evident in all that she does in her classroom and in out. Here you have Interact Club, the Jefferson Awards that you've done, everything in the name of Lake Mary. You just give, and you're just selfless in all that you do for the school. And it's an indication of who you are and how you were raised. So thank you to your parents for raising a fine young lady. A few years ago, Miss Barnett had the opportunity to go up to Mount Vernon, where she was one of 16 teachers in the entire nation to actually be a teacher at the Institute, George Washington's home. And she came back with this really cool quote that I have in my office. If you've ever been in my office, and some of you have not, which is a good thing, in my office is a picture of George Washington. Everyone comes in, and it's fascinating to watch them because they'll talk to me, and then all of a sudden, as they're looking at me, their head will drift to the left, and they see George Washington. And I know they all want to ask, as hundreds have, and I do mean hundreds, why is he in your office? And I come back to because of you. And that just, again, is a small token of who you are. A great classroom teacher who's a model for others, and a young one at that who's leading our new teacher induction program. And what a great opportunity you have to do that with Tanya Thompson, last year's former teacher of the year. So at this time, we'll pass the baton from one to the new. So congratulations, Ms. Barnett. We just want to take this time to congratulate you. Take pictures.
This is awkward. Okay.
Our non-social year with all the formers standing around you. A 2006 UCF grad who very proudly is also a Gator. Congratulations. But a UCF grad and somebody who we were very fortunate to get and come here in 2010. Before she was at Lake Mary, she worked at Winn-Dixie, a couple of different daycares, of course, Wachovia, and then she left Wachovia when they became Wells Fargo. But she had many jobs working there, and she accelerated there. We were fortunate in 2010 when Sherry Myers hired her. And I remember Sherry came over and she said to me, I've got this young girl who I think, and that was her words, young girl who I think can really help us turn things around in the attendance office. And she came in and she did just that. So in 2010, she just had many different, it seemed like different roles within the attendance office, working with different administrators. And every time you did that, you just continued to excel and get better and better and better. And certainly someone we've had our eye on in terms of having a leadership role here. So last year when the bookkeeping job came open for the first time in 34 years or whatever it was, we jumped at the opportunity to bring Ms. Booth into this role. Obviously a very important role because it deals with money, and certainly her honesty, her integrity, her work ethic, the skill that she has as an employee, the personality, everybody just loves working with you and working alongside of you, and it's an honor each day to do that because you just have such a dynamic way about your work and just the attention to detail more than anything, as well as just the integrity you have in the job that you do and the way that you treat your colleagues. So thank you for all that you do. You're very well deserving of this. Congratulations.